Hey everybody, it's Katy Parry here. Today I'm going to be going over something that's a little bit more advanced for Zelda players. So this is for you if you're a technical whiz. If you're still wanting to learn how to do like teleport cancels and displace phantoms, that sort of thing, check the description. I have like links to my coaching sessions. But other than that, I wanted to show off something that I think is pretty cool today, and it's going to be called teledodging. So basically, just really quick out of the bat, it looks like this. And the idea is that when Zelda does a neutral air dodge right basically at platform height, she maintains the full air dodge before she lands. So it's because of her like something to do with like her floatiness and her gravity or the speed at which she falls. Um, she's able to take benefit of using a dodge out of the teleport cancel. The reason that I think this is important to share with you all, like why would that be important, right? The reason I think it's important is because in my experience, a lot of my opponents, whenever I would do a teleport cancel, they're not familiar with Zelda to begin with. She's not a very common character. The other thing is they have no idea what I'm doing. And so when most people see Zelda teleport, they try to shield because they know that they can like shield and then punish, right? So I've been in situations before where I will like do a teleport cancel and I'm like, oh, I'm going to catch my opponent off guard and I'm going to hit them. So something that I would do would be like I'd throw out like a dare or something out of the teleport cancel, right? And what would happen is they would just react and they would just hit me anyway. Like not because they knew exactly what I was going to do. I would imagine it's more so that like what I'm doing is actually more complicated than they can comprehend. And that's not like a shot at my opponent. The thing about when you're playing against your opponent and you're trying to do like more complex things is that like sometimes we can overcomplicate our strategies, and that can cause us to basically do what one of my friends has called this diffusing a bomb that isn't there. Like, so I'm trying to do like these advanced setups out of a teleport cancel, and it's not really doing anything. That my opponent is like understanding because they don't understand the layers yet. So basically, before you can like do that, you actually have to set the layers. That's something that I've learned through like just personally playing this game and competing. And so something that I think is really cool, like I said before, is the teledodge, because what this allows you to do is this allows you to put out a teleport cancel, and then you're only vulnerable for about like anywhere from 4 to 5 frames before your air dodge begins. And keep in mind that your hitbox is covering you. So actually a more accurate representation would be if I turn on the hitboxes here, and then you can kind of see that when I do the teleport cancel and I reappear, there's the hitbox for frame 1, the hitbox for frame 2, and then you're vulnerable for this frame. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're basically vulnerable right here for just 3 frames. And then I'm just air dodging. The idea is that way I can see what my opponent does before I end up doing it, right? And the reason that this is good is because it allows you to get data based on what your opponent does. So because I'm just making this video quickly, I don't have any examples, but I have used this in practice. If you watch some of my sets on my channel that I've uploaded recently, you can see me utilize this. But it's really good for just like trying to like get out of a situation. Maybe you're in the corner, right? If your teleports are like consistent, maybe you're in the corner and you're being ledge trapped, and so you end up, doing something like this. You could end up using that to like shoot yourself in a direction with the air dodge, or you could use the air dodge to mix up like where exactly you're going, right? I screwed that one up there, but like doing like that, like you could drift forward, you could even drift, you could start it and drift like forward like that. So this is just really good because you're completely intangible the entire time. This is huge because you get to see what they do, and if they try to swing at you, you're basically dodging right before you land, and then you could swing. So basically what I'm trying to convey is what I don't think you want to do is I don't think that you want to like throw out attacks like after you land out of a teleport cancel, because generally like unless you space it like that, like you're not going to be able to get the punishes. So like a kick you can definitely space, but you got to be really careful with it, something like that. But the last part of this that I kind of want to get at, and I apologize again, I'm making this video impromptu, so I might not be explaining it in the best way that I could be. I just wanted to get this information to you all. But to wrap up, the thing that this opens up for, right, is if I do a teleport cancel, I could just fast fall instead once I know what my opponent is doing. And what's really cool is average human reaction time is roughly 15 frames. Don't quote me on that, but it's generally around a fourth of a second. When Zelda does a fast fall from a platform, it's about 13 to 15 frames. So by the time that they can react to what you do, you can already like dash back and like throw out something. Or one of my favorite things is like if they're scared, you can just grab them. Because you have to think that the teleport hitbox is what they're trying to shield, and they don't know what's happening next. So everybody's different. So they may hit you immediately, but this is what allows you to kind of like guess and figure this out, right? So using the air dodge, I can see like, oh, okay, my opponent waited in shield because they didn't know what they were gonna do. And then I can fast fall and grab them. The other thing is that you have a lot of strong options out of this. Like I could throw out a Nehru's immediately, right? Like here to call them out trying to hit me. Little fun fact, if you buffer a B reverse Nehru's out of a teleport cancel, you'll stay on the plat. So you have to delay it a little bit so that way you don't stay on the platform. But yeah, this opens up the final like layer here, which is like, again, just to recap, the first layer, neutral air dodge out of the teleport cancel, right? The second layer would be to fast fall and like grab or fast fall, back up, throw something out that's safe, or just fast fall and then, you know, set up something. But the third thing is this would allow you to not teleport cancel at all. Because when you just get into this position, they'll start recognizing that's what you want. And then your mix-up is you just don't do it. And that is very, very huge, I think, in terms of a concept. So I would really love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear what content you want to see on the channel, because I'm really just trying to get into making more content without getting so caught up in the, you know, the whole editing concept and finding an editor and stressing over that type of stuff. So hopefully you found this video helpful. Like I said, I do offer coaching. I do coach players like ZTN, 029. They're currently the highest ranked Zelda in the world right now. So, you know, I am going to toot my own horn. If you play Zelda and you feel like you're struggling, I know how you feel. And that's why I want to make these videos. So if you can't necessarily afford coaching, you can stay tuned to this channel and, you know, watch content as it comes out. Or if you know, want to jump the gun, sometimes my sessions are like 18 bucks. So, anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.